Yo, what's up, man? It's KevBiyi, back as Mr. Believe, baby. And today we're going to talk about having a wealthy talk, or wealth coming out your mouth. So, man, I was just thinking the other day, man, I was listening to some podcasts and audiobooks, and I believe it was a book I was listening to. I was recently listening to now the 10X book by Grant Cardone. No crickets right now, you see? I don't know what's up with this car, man. But anyways, I was listening to the 10X workout, the 10X book by Grant Cardone. And it was like, excuses are worthless. And it made me think, man, like, you know what? Excuses are very worthless because they don't do anything but detract you from or take you away from your true potential or your true ability to problem solve and think. As human beings, that is our superpower. You know, when we compare ourselves to other creatures, mammals, beings, or things on this earth, what truly differentiates us is our ability to problem solve. There's no monkeys out there creating air conditioners. They just bundle up to stay warm. There's no alligators out there creating irrigation from lake to lake or river to river, what have you. You know what I'm saying? There's no hippopotamuses out there creating, you know, muddy puddles for them. You know, there's no animals out there being innovative to make their life easier. Look at human beings. We have apartments, we have cars, we have airplanes, we have boats, ships, we've gone to space, we've broken the sound barrier, we've run faster than a 4-minute mile. Like, there's so many things that as human beings we have accomplished, all because we've put our mind to it. And making excuses or having reasons not to accomplish something or not to do something only hinders you from your progress. And why do I say excuses are worthless? Is because excuses are in so much of an abundance. There is a majority, and when I say majority, usually like they throw this number out there that 97 or 95% of the people in the world are not living to their full potential. And when you have a world that's with close to 7 billion, not million, 7 billion. Think about that. What is a billion? 1 billion is 100 million, 10 times, I think. 1 billion is 100 million 10 times. That's a hell of a number. And when you say that out of the 7 billion occupants that inhabit this earth, only approximately 95% of them are living to the fullness of their potential, look around us. Just look around you. This is what the 5% of people who are living to their potential basically created. The other 95% have helped the dream come to fruition. You know, in life, you're either doing one or two things. You're either living your dream or you're helping someone else live theirs. So 5% of the population who's been living to their full potential, the other 95% helped to make the rest of this happen. Mine. Can you imagine if everybody on the planet was putting in the work it needed mentally to fully live to the capacity that they have here? Like, we don't know what we truly can do. So I just want to say, I just saw something. It was like oh, sorry, man, I got caught up, lost my thought. It's a whole, like, possum literally sitting in the middle of the street and not going nowhere, just sitting there. I don't know what happened to him. He just sitting there like he want to die. But either way, so that's neither here nor there. So when you have this many people living to their full potential, and you see what we were able to accomplish. Like, look at the artifacts. And this is a side note. I don't think that man's evolution has been linear. You know, you're saying like we started from cavemen and then went to this and then got to this and then fire and this and that. No, all that's bullshit. The people that were living in the times that they created the pyramids, which we don't know what time that was. It wasn't in biblical times. I just want to put that out there. The people that created the pyramids, they definitely were smarter than we are today. And when I say smarter, I don't mean that their brain capacity was greater than ours, but what I mean is that they were able to harness the full potential of their brains. Because, why do I say that? Because to this day, we cannot figure out how they did what they did. To me, that definitely does not mean that they were more primitive than us. If you are a society that is smarter than another society, you can look at what that society is doing and easily tell them or figure out what it is that they did to get to where they got. We still don't know how the hell they got those big ass stones to be lined up perfectly to how close they are and all that crazy geometrical shit that they figured out. We still don't know how they did it to this day. Which lets me know they had to be smarter than us. If you can't figure out what somebody else did, that person knows something you don't know. Simple. If I can't figure out what you did, you know something I don't know. And the only way I'll be able to figure out what you did is if I can figure out what you know. Unfortunately, nobody from that time is here to tell us, so we can't figure that out. It's gonna take time and studying and more time before we eventually get to that level. But to get back to my very first point about why I feel excuses are worthless is because there's 7 billion people. 95% of those people are not living to their potential. And 9 times out of 10 is because they allow excuses in their life. Either I don't have enough time, or I can't do that because, or people are gonna look at me funny, or I don't have time to do it, I gotta do more research. Like, there's all these multiple excuses that we give ourselves, and some of them we feel are legitimate. But anything that you give any reason that you give yourself not to do something to move your life forward, any reason you give yourself not to progress on where you need to go is an excuse. I don't give a fuck how legitimate it is. I don't care how justifiable you make it. It's an excuse and it's worthless. It's baseless and it's not getting you where you need to go. If you want to get where you want to go, you need to get rid of the excuse talking. Excuses are worthless for that reason right there. Because excuses stop you from making progress. They stop you from allowing you to see your full potential. They stop you from manifesting the life that you want for yourself. That's worthlessness. You can't take an excuse to the bank and cash that. But your reasons for going and your reasons for being and the things that you do, those are priceless. Why? Because those get you closer to attaining your goal. Anything that takes you away from your goal is worthless to you. It's actually a liability. So if it's coming out of your mouth, you're the liability. And you need to fix that. I'm going over my son with some things, man. If you want to check out some of those videos I've been doing with him, you're more welcome to follow me on Instagram at KevBiyi. But that's K-E-V as in Victor, B as in boy, I-Y-I. For those that don't know, I might drop it in the description. Maybe not. But we're going over words. And he's 4 years old, so I'm giving him different vocabulary words that he's not really going to get from his VPK. You know, we're going over asset, liability. We've done 4 words so far: asset, liability, investments, and nepotism. So for this video, I'm gonna tell you about the 2 that I think relate the most: asset and liability, and investment. We're gonna add that in there. So asset and liability. Number 1, when you're spewing out those negative words, you're becoming a liability to yourself. Because the definition that I use for my son, what is a liability? Anything that takes away. Anything that takes away from you, takes away from your money. That's those excuses. They are taken away from you and your progress, your growth. Those excuses become a liability. And whoever's saying that those excuses is the liability. So you are the liability to yourself. Stop being a liability. Start to become an asset. How do I become an asset? Instead of saying I don't know, say I will figure it out. Instead of saying I can't, say I will. Instead of saying I'm gonna try, say I'll do. Use words that are going to propel you in the direction that you want to go. That's how you become an asset. And then you want to invest. Invest. That means take action. Invest means takes action. The definition that I use for my son on what investment is anything that you buy that makes you money. So what we're talking about here, an investment in this case and in this scenario will be any action you take that brings forth the future or the goal that you want to see happen in the future. That's an investment. Reading every morning when you wake up to invest in your mind is an investment. Spending time with yourself in meditation every day in the morning is an investment. Waking up every day and doing the 190-day push-up challenge. Follow my videos if you want to see that. It's an investment. The problem is in our microwave society, we want to invest right now and see a return right now. That's not how shit works in most cases. In most cases, you're going to invest today and you won't see your investment until tomorrow. You won't see a return until later. So what you got to have discipline. You got to have discipline to hold on in those times when you're feeling weary and keep investing. Keep investing in yourself. Oh, Kev, I'm not seeing the results, man. I've been listening to audiobooks every day. Keep learning. You haven't learned what you needed to learn yet. If you haven't seen the results that you're looking for, it's because you haven't taken the time to learn what you need to learn. And you need to dig deeper. Oh, man, Kev, I ain't got my six-pack abs yet. Keep working out. It ain't gonna happen overnight. You gotta keep investing that time. Keep investing that time. And I guarantee you'll see those results. Kevin, man, I keep blowing up off the handle. I can't control myself. Spend time with yourself. Spend alone time with yourself in meditation. Spend time with your thoughts. Ask yourself, get deep, get deep, get deep. Stop being on the surface. Ask yourself those tough questions. Go down into those deep, dark memories and figure yourself out. Take the time. Invest in you. That's what this is all about, man. Believing in yourself is about investing in you. Invest in you. Before you can ever be the successful entrepreneur that you ever want to see in your life, you have to invest in you. That's what believing in yourself is all about, man. Investing in you to bring your best self out. We're building entrepreneurs from the inside out. My channel is not all about the next app. It's not all about the next best practice, because I don't know what's going to be the best practice for you. I don't know what's going to work best for you. You do. Stop giving yourself a cop-out. You know right now in your mind what you could be doing better. The problem is you always give yourself an excuse and a reason not to act on those things, not to invest in yourself in those areas. Today is that day where it ends. You will invest in yourself. You are going to bring fruition that life that you see yourself having. Let's manifest that today. Let's do it, man. Let's get it. We're going to invest in ourselves. No more worthless talking, only talking wealthy. I have a wealthy mind. I speak life into my life. I will accomplish the goals that I set forth for myself. Because I believe in me. I believe in me. And I definitely believe in you. So let's go out there and do it, man. KevBiyi, once again, I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace. Hey, I'm back, man. If you like these videos, you like the information that you're getting, remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment at the end of these videos, and let's talk about it. Peace.